Hello everybody, and welcome back to This War of Mine, a survivor's guide to how to survive through the game. And last time we showed you how to sneak through somewhere in order to get to other locations, and we also showed you how to do stealth kills. Unfortunately, it looks as if it hit Pavel quite hard. He did a right night and he got out and searched for some supplies. However, he is now depressed because of what happened. This is something that is a bit difficult, and also Katja is sad. See, this is something that it can impact people a lot. Therefore, we need to focus on a few other things now. So we are now going to try our hardest to fight these sadness. And now how can you do that? So the first method that I often come across, which is the best way I found to kind of make things better, is to actually eat more than you actually need to. So this is something that I learnt far too late into the game. But what you can do is, if I'm smart here and I make plenty of food, in fact I should just make a lot of this and we can make a lot of food. We also have some of this, so I'll show you on this. These cans as well, something that is not needing to be cooked. You can go over here and you can just immediately eat these from the fridge, and these are just as good as a cooked food. So we do that, and then he becomes well fed, and then he becomes still. That is sometimes enough to bring people back up to sad from depressed. I think I'm going to focus on keeping him happy now, and we're going to try our best to help people. What we are also going to do now is we are going to look at who's at the door. That is the trader. That is something we can do a lot with. You should now be able to cook twice, I think. That should be fine. The target I really want to do actually right now is, if I can grab hold of Katja actually, before you go to the door, I kind of want to see what we need in order to upgrade some of the things, so to build some of the things that we need. Because I would like to build some of this. So for this I'd only need 5 and 3, that's fine. For this I'd need 30 and I'd need only 6 for the Herbal Workshop actually, that's interesting. And I think that we've got the opportunity to do maybe a bit more. So I just need kind of to pick up as much wood as I can and then move on from there, that's good. So you're going to do this, and then we're going to see what we can trade, because we do want the good stuff. Because what we could grab from you is what is really good for us. Those 9 parts. So if I was to give you this and this, asking for all of that, it's very generous of me. That's a good start. I do also need wood. It won't do try harder. What I like to do at this point is to just look at things that are not particularly much. So we've got some water here, so I could just start to give water until it says yes. However, what I could also do is I could look at maybe filters. So maybe 2 filters is enough to do that. And if I could do that and I go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, there we go. It's always worth trying to maximize it on a small, something that's not worth as much, so then you're able to kind of do a lot of the stuff. If we now go here, we're able to look into what else he has. He doesn't have that much wood or anything left. However, if I give him one of these, how much of this could I get? I could get all of that. I could chuck that on and I could chuck that on. Maybe some of this? So there we go. For one of those, I'm doing pretty well here for all the stuff that I'm kind of going for. If I was to deal on that, we can start to have a look at the next things that we can build. You should probably actually go and eat, but we will get Bruno to come down here and look at what we can do with other things. So this has opened up the possibility, I believe, of both the Herbal Workshop and this. I think we can do both. Yes, we can. So a trap for small animals is the best. Well, it's the only renewable food source in the game. I'm going to put it down here, and I will show you how it works. We'll quickly build that. Meanwhile, Katja, you can build the Herbal Workshop. That is going to be our next target. I'm just going to make a note just to make sure that we know what we're doing. Good, that's very good. We can build the Herbal Workshop. We're going to put the Herbal Workshop over here. That's good. So that means 6 is going to be the Herbal Workshop. And it's also going to be the trap, and we're going to sew through all of these and show you kind of how it works. I'm also going to show you one of the actually I'm going to save the exploits for a little bit, and we're going to see the best kind of methodology there, which is very, very good. Nice. So now we're able to look at this trap, and we're able to look into here and be like, we are able to use either regular food, tins of food, or we can use little scraps of food in order to make more food by using it as a bait for a trap. So if I use that and put it in there, we do have a little bit of time here, and we can do that immediately, which is very, very good. Bruno now is going to come up, and if we look over here, Katja, you can go into here, and we can see all the stuff that we are able to make. So we were able to do a few things, but as you can see, we need We need, in order to make some cigarettes, we can do that, but we can also, once we get some pure alcohol, which is definitely a difficult thing to acquire, at this stage in the game at least, you're able to make herbal meds and bandages just from this. So that is something that's really, really good. Another thing that I really want to talk about is this thing here, is if I get Parvel up, hopefully there is this thing, when someone is depressed, they get this thing above their head, which means that you can actually go and talk to them. And this gives your characters the opportunity to try and improve their morale scores. This is kind of, it doesn't always work. Sometimes with some characters you have abilities that make this better. But then in the meantime we're able to kind of just look at what else we can do. These two are just kind of talking to each other and doing a lot of good things. In terms of filters, I should probably get some more water on the go. Remember that this is all the sort of stuff you need to keep doing while everything's going on. But this is the sort of thing, they have a discussion about why they're feeling so down and all this sort of stuff, and often it helps. It could be a way of pushing them back up to it and feeling a bit better. Okay, well, that means that they've done what they needed to do, meaning hopefully he can sleep and feel better. Catcher, I feel like we've done everything we can today. I don't think there's much else to really grab hold of. We've done the trap, we've shown you off the Herbal Workshop, which also has an upgrade itself. But we kind of just need to grab as much as we can, and there's not much else that's worth taking from you. I think that we're going to focus on just gathering resources tonight, and I think that is a smart thing to us to do. So I'm going to say we're not interested, we're going to say goodbye. You're slightly wounded still. I feel like it's worth giving you the bandages. Or at least letting you guys have something, because one of you is going to need to go out tonight. As you can see, people can use different things at the same time, but they can't use the same thing at the same time, so it does become a bit of a interesting one. So there we go, that's them for today. We're going to end the day there, and we're going to see what we're able to do tonight, which is very, very good. I could go to one of these new locations, the hotel, which has said that there is somebody who is willing to barter. Just before the siege, along with this, someone moved in there recently, maybe that he could be useful for us, so maybe we could go there and trade. The old town is also a bit of an interesting one, but I think we're just going to go here and show you external trading, because that is something that we've not covered yet. So these two guys are going to sleep. I'm going to let you guard, actually, just to kind of keep us safe. And hopefully... Actually, you know what? You can guard and you can sleep. There we go. That should be good. And we're going to go. We're going to take with us this. We're going to take this. And we're going to try and take with us... I think that's all good. And we're going to try and get some wood and some stuff like that. Maybe if I take this, I can smash up some wood if I need to. So there we go. We're going to now scavenge. It said that there was somebody worth trading here. So let us see how this all goes. I'm sure that there are plenty of things to do outside of trading. So let us see what we are capable of. So for example, there's some stuff out here. However, the thing you've got to be careful of if you are looking to trade externally... So I could pick up all of this, yes. But that leaves me only with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 spots left to kind of fill up with tradable goods. So if I go up here and actually talk to these guys up here, which is I believe where they are. Hello. We are able to actually trade with you. And we can see here that they've got a few things that are actually really nice and really useful. So if I was to say give you this, in return you'd be able to give me some medicine, you could give me maybe some of this. It won't do try harder, really. That's interesting. I was expecting it to be a bit better there. But I could maybe then grab some food from you, and maybe some veg. And then if I was to chuck on some of this. See, look, this is the thing. It's like, oh, okay, this is a good selection here. But if I was to deal on that, now if I look at my backpack, suddenly my backpack's a lot more full. And it does give me in a bit of a sticky situation. So what I'm going to focus on actually is to focus down here and filling up my inventory on other stuff. So that is something that is worth thinking about. I don't really want any of that, but we are going to smash it up using this thing. This is the thing, is because of this, they are worried about where I am, but they know, because where they were was technically, out of their jurisdiction, they get worried that there's someone in their jurisdiction, whereas I was very much not. So we're going to just grab some of this stuff. I think I actually have plenty of... I kind of want to drop those, even though I traded for them, to see if I can get any wood. Because wood is actually genuinely... Oh no, I can't smash that up because it belongs to them. If I look in here, is there anything that you can find. Because remember, the hands are the ones that are good for us and we can freely take. The little ones like that are kind of not. So we are in a bit of a situation here where we can't get back there particularly easily without too much of a thing. So we should probably head back down and see what we can get. Could do with getting a lot more wood, actually. Because the thing is that you can't really go off this way. If you keep moving, what do they say? Look, they don't really care too much. As long as you don't go in to start stealing their stuff, they don't get particularly worked up. And this is a good example of kind of passive NPCs. As soon as I was to go and look at other things, they would get very perturbed. But I can actually go and do things like this relatively easily. And that gives me the opportunity to like smash through other things on the other side here. And there's also always think about secondary exits. This is something that has come up every so often, but it is an interesting little thing, which is good. So I wanted this, and I want some more wood. I kind of feel like I've got plenty of components, so I am just going to do that and grab more wood. And I think that that's good because it means I can make some bandages tomorrow, which should be good, and then I can run to the exit. So does it work out that there is one there? No, it doesn't. It tries to send me this way. So this is something to remember again, as I said. They are often problems when it comes to understanding what is good. This is also something that's really valuable, because actually this, I'm going to drop this for this, because that is something that can be used in the trap in place of regular food. So we're now going to head back and we're going to kind of look at building something in that herbal workshop today, which should be the main idea overall. If you are enjoying this series, please do like, subscribe, and do all those lovely things in the comments below. It gives me a lot more benefits towards the channel if you do. Let us see what's happened here. Well, we raided. We were raided, but here we are, we have a different methodology. Someone tried to rob us. It was a tight or tough group, but we managed to fend them off. Thankfully, we were all armed. None of us were wounded and the attackers didn't steal anything. We are able to defend ourselves. This is a really, really good start. So, I'm going to start by making these guys talk to each other, because it seems as if he's still depressed and this is therefore something we need to think about. However, while we are doing that, we do have the luxury down here that we have got some food appearing, and I can show off the next method that we have here, which is very, very good. At the top here you can see they're talking to each other, which is good. And then if I was to go back in here, the third one is open, which means we can use fertilizer to catch food, which is very, very good. Meanwhile, also, Bruno, you can head up here and talk at the Herbal Workshop. Sorry, I looked up here and said talk, meaning use the workshop, not talk to it. That's not really going to do much. Good, so now we have the opportunity to make some bandages, or we could make some herbal meds. I feel like the bandages are a slightly better thing, so we're going to set ourselves in doing that. So this is all good. Let's see, did it work? It did not. Certain people are better at all this stuff, but we're hopefully going to be able to look after them a bit more now. I'm hoping to find some locations that give us the opportunity to, what's the word? That give us the opportunity to make him happy. Because there are certain locations elsewhere that give you opportunities to do things like that. In terms of our things, we are still running a bit low on most of our materials. Unfortunately, most of the stuff that we would like to build, we can't, because I need more wood. Specifically, also, these guns would be good to have, and a knife would also be good. But I feel like for now, we're going to focus on upgrading some of these other things. As you can see, these get a bit higher level once you get to the better, best things. If I was to go over here and have a look at this, you'll be able to see that this also requires a mixer, which is an item that you cannot make yet, because we need to upgrade another thing in order to make it. So there is still a lot of stuff that we are kind of in a bad position for, but it will be the right movements in the long term. I'm kind of just waiting to see if anyone comes to the door today. If not, then we will just kind of move on, and we will probably go back to a location just to get as much wood as we can get. I feel like there are some early locations that we could get some more wood from. Do we have actually got weapon parts? We do. I think there were a couple of places we wanted to go if we could get saw blade parts. So I kind of want to go and get the saw blades, and we'll be able to do a bit of pieces with that. So let's make 3 of those. And I think that that will be the end of my day if no one comes to the door. That makes sense. So we've shown off the trap and we've shown off the Herbal Workshop today. And so we are now going to grab wood so that for next episode we are able to get some we are able to look at a few of the other abilities that we have, including upgrading these to the next workshops, and also to see what the other buildings that you can make in here are. So yep, we're going to actually end the episode here for today, and then we are going to kind of move ourselves on to the next day when I'll grab some more wood, hopefully. So I will see you then. If you've liked this, please like, subscribe, and all those lovely things, and I will see you next time. Ta-ra.